What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Unapologetic with Mandrell. That's right, just Mandrell. No more shoo-shoo.
Man, don't say that. No shoo-shoo tonight.
No, she's gone. Now, tonight, she's gotten too big for this. You know what I'm saying? She's got bigger and better things to do with her time now, apparently. And I don't blame her. If I was starting to make that much money, I'd quit too.
I'd be gone.
Anyway, I'm just kidding with y'all. She is not quit. But anyway, I have a very special guest tonight. None other than the one and only DL Saint.
What's good, y'all? How y'all feeling? That's for us. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I know I cannot do Sister Shoo Shoo justice, so I'm just going to sit here and do what I can. We glitching over there. So,
Thank you
yo.
very much. No, not tonight, Noble, from the world class. We glitching over here?
Yeah, you were just a little bit. You good now? We're up and running.
Okay. Gotcha. I don't know what's going on with this thing tonight. Anyway, Just tonight. She's out tonight. She has something came up. She couldn't make it. So it's us. And tonight, DL, we're talking about power. Okay? Because apparently, I brought this up because apparently, first of all, let's go to the chat. Let's look at who's here. Lady Navoa, thank you for coming. Good to see you again. How you doing, baby? Noble from the World Class. What up? You should stay here.
What's good, bro? I see you.
Yeah, you can learn something from this episode. Scam Likely, Dusto, what's up? Beautifully animated. Thank you for coming as always. These are my loyal subjects, and my obedient servant, Male Logic. What's up, man? Nice to see you. We got Better Biatches, Minka. How you doing? Thank you for coming. Critically Drinking. What's going on? That's Arshawn from Critically Drinking. All right, we're gonna dive. Listen, I'm not gonna waste much time. I'm gonna dive right into this. Okay, it's about power, and I titled this episode. This is what power looks like, because apparently our people have no clue what power looks like or is. Okay, look at what happened to. You see the latest that's happened to Kanye West. It's Kanye, spelled with 3 Ks.
And it is what it is, bro. It is what it is, man. Like I said, the dude is lost. He's just a lost child. And not only is he a lost child, he just lost $1.4 billion because Adidas just cut him.
No, he lost. Yeah, Adidas. Look, here's the list. Noble, listen to this. Here's what a buffoon does to himself by sabotaging himself. Okay, Adidas terminated their partnership with him after making an average of $1.4 billion per annum. And for all you ignorant people out there who don't know what per annum means, it means per year. Jesus.
That's right. Brother Terry, I turned my mic down. One's in the chat if my level was good, y'all. One's in the chat if my mic level was good.
Listen to him, not doing good, not doing well, because Shushu's gone. Well, stop pouting. She'll be back next week. But you have to endure this episode first. If you ain't here for this whole episode, she won't come back next week. Talking to you, World Class. Savannah Aria, how are you? Thank you for coming. All right, yeah, like I said, Adidas terminates their partnership with Kanye after making an average of $1.4 billion. Last year, they made $1.7 billion with him per year. Okay, his lawyer terminates her partnership with him. His lawyer. Okay. Balenciaga terminates their partnership with him. CAA, Creative Artist Agency, his talent agency, has terminated their partnership with him.
Hey, just so y'all know, CAA is one of the biggest agencies.
One of the biggest agencies.
You ain't gonna get no
talent agent. You don't.
So once you get cut by CAA, you can forget about it. Ain't nobody else touching it.
Right. Vogue terminated their partnership with him. Anna Wintour terminated her partnership with him. The Fashion House terminated their partnership with him. JP Morgan Chase, a fucking bank. A bank has terminated business with him. You can have your money. Now, when a bank doesn't want a billionaire's money, okay. The film and television studio, MRC, have terminated their partnership with him. Gap terminated it. Foot Locker. Athletes who were signed to Donta Sports, which is his sports agency, right? Donta Sports. They terminated the partnership with him. That would be Jaylen Brown and Aaron Donald. They both left. Okay. All companies have stopped all production and sales of Yeezy products, and they have shut down Adidas Yeezy, the website. Done. According to Forbes, Kanye, spelled with 3 Ks, is no longer worth over $1 billion. He is now worth an estimated $400 million after losing his deal with Adidas. Yeah,
I mean,
it's called evaluation. It's called evaluations, people.
That's what
I can't believe I have to explain that to people. They don't know what evaluations are.
And here's the thing, we talked about this at length. I don't understand the method to his madness.
There is none.
And so it's just madness. It's just madness. I mean, you just gave up 1.3, 1.4 billion dollars.
Yeah.
What's the plan? Everybody says he has a plan. What's the plan?
He no longer has that big billionaire net worth to leverage anymore. Because that's when you're worth it. People are like, here's a billionaire. First of all, no one actually has $1 billion.
Right.
No one actually has $1 billion. It's your net worth, right? They do that with stocks, whatever businesses you own.
Yeah,
what's the worth of that? Real estate holdings, all that combined. What's all that worth that you own or that you're a part of? That you have stake in. And they add that up. It's called evaluations. Now, according to the latest evaluations, since he's lost all of that, he's now only worth an estimated $400 million. Okay, where's your big master plan? He bought Parler, right? They said, oh, it's a big part of his big master plan for him to own Parler. He's starting his own social media network. Parler is a super right-wing, nothing platform that no one uses except Candace Owens. Now, black people are not right-wingers by and large. We're not. We're conservative, but we're not hang a nigga by a tree racist either. But those are the people who use Parler. Hang a nigga by the tree racist white people.
Yeah. I mean, and here's the thing, people, y'all know I rock on the manosphere side of the world. But what happens on the manosphere? They get overrun by the Trumpers, by the far right, by all those, like you said, to hang a brother by a tree and have a picnic crowd, right? So if you're Kanye and you buy a Parler, this is where they get down. This is how they plan their insurrections on sites like that, right? So it's just a matter of time before the government shuts that down. So where's the plan? I don't understand the plan.
There is no plan. There's no plan. Now, you can't have a plan when they can take your leverage. They can take your money. If they can't take his money, they'll sue the shit out of him. They can take your money. They can take your leverage. Look at his net worth, gone. You know what I'm saying? And they paint him as a pariah. Now, you got some black people who ride for him because he's calling out the little hat people. Kudos for you having the balls to do that, sir, but you're not doing anything new. Malcolm X did it. Martin Luther King did it. I'm not comparing you to them because they're on a whole nother universe than you. Okay? You're just an idiot who just blew money. Hey, if he had a big plan, he would have been building his infrastructure before he made these statements. Here's what I think happened. I think he really wanted out of this Adidas contract because he wanted to make his own clothing line and own all of his own clothing line and brand to himself, right? But he didn't expect all of this pushback. He didn't expect this huge hurricane followed by a tsunami.
And that's the point. How can you not? Earthquake. How can you not expect that kind of pushback? And okay, you want to get out your contract. Well, guess what? You're out. You're all the way out.
He's all the way out now.
All the way out. Now, Adidas is going to make a shoe just like your shoe. They're going to call it something else, and they're going to sell it and make billions on it. You're all the way out. You get this. This doesn't make any sense to me.
Because Adidas said we own the designs of it. We own the name Yeezy.
And because you're right about that contract thing. He was on Piers Morgan, and he was telling Piers, when we sit down with all these attorneys and basketball players and athletes and this and that, and then we look at these contracts. So basically, he's trying to say we could show how all the black folks, how my people being taken advantage of. Then I'll apologize for what I said. Like, bro, that is the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. You know what I mean? Like, what? You done lost all this. You had zero plan. And he got a bunch of yes men around him, and this is what happens. You can't do nothing now. I mean, he's like MC Hammer. He ain't going to be destitute. You said $400 million. When it's all said, he's always going to be a multimillionaire.
Yeah.
Who knows? He might come up on the next thing. But this doesn't make any sense at all. And I know Mandrell's been on this so hard. I was like, man, I ain't have to ask what we're going to talk about tonight. I was hoping we'd talk about something else, but yeah, looks like we're going to talk about
we ain't going to be talking about just him tonight. Okay. And all this, look, now notice, people, notice how power moves. When he said white lives matter, nobody said the word. They stood by him. George Bush said black people. All these companies stood by him. Harriet Tubman didn't free slaves. They all stuck by him. To me,
hey, don't forget George Floyd. What he said about
George Floyd didn't die by that cop. That cop didn't kill George Floyd. He said that. Everybody stood by
What did black folks cancel? What did black folks cancel?
Nothing. They were all right with it. They were all perfectly okay with this coon saying that. Now, here's the biggest tap dance to me. White men are the most oppressed ethnic group in America. That's right, Noble from the World Class. CJ from the 5100 podcast. I want you both to pull up and explain that. Explain that. I told you, he's a self-hating black. Okay? I will say it again. I'll repeat it just in case you forget, you didn't hear it. Kanye West said white men are the most oppressed ethnic group in America. I want Noble from the World Class. I'm calling you out. CJ 100 from the 5100 podcast. I want you to bring your happy ass up here too and explain this when we drop the link. Answer for this shit. This is your guy. Make it make sense.
And here's the thing. I can formulate in my own head what I think he was probably trying to allude to, but that's not what he said. That's nowhere near what he said. You know what I mean? And if you're gonna take the lead like that,
no, he can't. Again, he's right about the stuff with the little hat people, but he doesn't know why he's right. He doesn't know why. Now, and all these companies stuck by him when he said all this nonsense. The second he said something about the little hat people, what happened? The next day, boom, you're done. In less than a week, all that net worth, all that stuff he accumulated, gone. Now, like you said, I agree. He ain't gonna be destitute. Still gonna be a multimillionaire, but he will never have the kind of bargaining power that he once had. They're not letting him get back to that.
Hey, no, he had his shot. He was there. This is, again, you got to think this stuff out, man. Like we were on a panel, I don't know, last week sometime, and I brought this up. I'm like, I don't think he's ever heard of, Machiavelli, the Prince. And they're like, oh, no, I'm sure he's read it. I'm like, he definitely has read that book.
He says he doesn't read. He confesses to not reading. He confesses to not staying informed. He confesses to not knowing about politics. He could also on camera, he confessed to election fraud. He confessed to committing election fraud and riding with Trump. Where were the black people then? Because black people hate Trump. They hate Trump. But here's the thing. Oh no, you always making excuses for this nigga. And that's what's happening to black people. You're too fucking soft. You've lost your balls. You got no courage, no character.
Just tell us how
that's what I think. That's what I think of the black community now. You limp noodle.
I look at it like this, bro. The black community wants to have that leader so bad. They want to have that person that's going to be the trailblazer so bad. And then you get someone like Kanye, what you call them, minstrels or whatever. You get these people,
minstrel,
and they get all this backing, which is undue. Like he hasn't done anything. He doesn't know anything. He's just out here saying wild shit. And it's like, bro, I can say wild shit. But I mean, you can't just back that. And this is the perfect example. You want to talk about learning from someone's mistake.
That's what this is about. That's what this is about. Now, people say he has a lot of power. He's a powerful man. No, that's just a dude who has a lot of money. And money and power is not the same. Money is power. No, it is not. Anyone tells you that money is power, that's a person who has no clue what they're talking about. Don't listen to them. They get you in a lot of trouble. Money and power are two completely different things. Money is Kanye going out there running his mouth, thinking he can get away with it. Power is someone taking all that shit from you and leaving you with just a fraction of what you once had. And there ain't a damn thing you can do about it. That's power. When people won't let you make money, when people won't let you invest, that's fucking power.
Kanye and Trump did the same. They made the same mistake. They have listened to the people around him. I'm pretty sure someone told him, we can get out of this contract. They said something like that. And that's all Kanye heard.
I don't think
And then
so.
they went on to explain how it was going to happen. Be like, no, we just going to get out. I'm going to say this to get out the contract. Just like Trump. Someone told Trump, well, you're president. You can declassify any document. And that's all he heard. But they continued to say stuff afterwards. And he wasn't listening. Well, you could just, if you just thinking in your mind that it's declassified. But then the rest was Charlie Brown, wah. He didn't hear the important part.
Right. You have to submit this to the DOJ and Homeland Security and send it through the process to be declassified. He said, no, President, I can just declassify it.
Right. And then everything else was wah.
Right. You can't do that. What is power? They took a former president and raided his personal property and got what they wanted and left with a damn thing he could do about it.
And they ain't done yet.
That's
the indictment's coming.
Right. No one person is truly powerful. You might be influential. You could be useful to the collective, but power lies with the collective. So while black people are looking for one leader to blaze a trail, that's not how you get power. That one person is not powerful. It takes a collective of people. I have to be a person of influence, meaning like I own this and the other, thus and so, and it's nationwide, right? You own a bank, right? So I get my loans from you. You give me low interest, perhaps even no interest sometimes, on money that I borrow from you, right? In turn, I give a big donation to your kid's college, right? Or I sponsor your kid in something. Either way, your kid there's some things your kid ain't never going to have to worry about because my money's backing your child, right? And you give me these low interest loans, sometimes no interest, okay? World Class owns a plumbing company, right? So I throw out money. I help him out with advertising. You help him out with advertising. I mean, that's how it works. One hand washes the other, and both hands wash the face.
And just let me play devil's advocate for a moment. I can make the argument that Kanye just didn't understand this process. Just coming up the way he came up or whatever, coming up the way I came up. There's things I had to learn. One of the things I had to learn, one of the big things I learned, and I learned this when I was an air traffic controller. I'm sitting, it's my first year as an air traffic controller. I'm sitting around with all the other air traffic controllers, all these older folk who aren't as dark as me. And they're talking about weapons. They're talking about, the process of registering their weapons and all this other kind of stuff. Mind you, we're in California, right? And in the middle of their conversation, I'm like, why would you want to register a weapon? You might have to shoot somebody with it. And they all looked at me like I was crazy. And it was that moment I realized, like, oh, this is a different bubble. Because I never had a registered weapon to that point in my life. Kanye ain't never dealt with this kind of stuff on this type of level where you have to really plan out and plot out your moves. This is all new to him. So, again, just to play devil's advocate, I can see how you can get lost in the sauce, but that doesn't alleviate him of the responsibility. You don't attack anybody without having a plan, especially some of the most powerful people on the planet. And you don't attack them. And the way he did it, like, what was he thinking? What was he thinking? Thinking like Mandrell eating his chicken sandwich. Boy, what you eating on? You got a chicken sandwich over there?
Mm-hmm. He was thinking he's a billionaire. He can do whatever he want to do. Ain't nothing they can do about it. Okay.
I mean, there was definitely no plan here. And we said that this was no plan. Again, I stand by my words, man. I don't understand the method to his madness. We see there was no method to his madness. It was strictly madness. And there are people out there that say he's going to get it back. Maybe. I don't know how. I don't know how.
Because he didn't make it on his own. He got that money. He got that through business deals. But what are you going to do when no one would do business with you?
Right. Deals that other people structured for you. And then you mad at the deal you signed. You're mad at Adidas for this contract that you
signed the contract.
Signed. You signed. You had your own team. You couldn't get your stuff put into it. Then why'd you sign the deal?
He didn't want to put in the effort and do it the slow way. See, if you want to own the stuff yourself, you can't jump to the end of the line. You can't. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to be on a worldwide stage instantly, just like that. Instantly. So he piggybacked off of big companies, huge companies, real big, right? Piggyback off them and use their infrastructure and partner with them and rode their wave. But here's the thing. They own his shit.
I mean, yeah, you can do that. You're going to get that bread. You can do it. They're taking on more risk than you, but you're going to make less money on the back end. That is how deals are structured.
Right. Now, had he started this on his own, by now he really would have been worth $11 billion.
Right. And
by now, had he started on his own DL and done it himself, he really would have been worth $11 billion. He could have done that, but he wanted to jump to the end of the line, and he still doesn't know anything about the textile industry because most of that shit is designed by those companies he signed deals with.
I mean, it just, again, this is, like I said, man, once upon a time, I came from a world that I am no longer affiliated with, but I do understand certain things, right? It could be two guys getting into the same illegal business. Guy number one and guy number two get the same amount of weights. Guy number one breaks it all the way down to work. Guy number two just sells it. If you just sell it, you're gonna get the money fast, but it's gonna be a very small percentage. The return on investment is gonna be lower than the guy who broke it all the way down to work. It's gonna take him longer, but when he's done, he's gonna have 10 times the money. And that's what it is. You can't do that. Come back and look at guy number one and like, well, I want to get out the deal. I want what you got. You ain't break it down like me, bro.
And
I broke down the work.
And the thing is, in the beginning, it may be a smaller amount of money, but you get a bigger piece of the pie.
Bigger piece of the pie.
And as you grow, that big piece of pie you got, come on, man. Who can tell you something then? No one can tell you shit. You own it. You own the land. If you own the land that your manufacturing plant is sitting on, you own every machine, every piece of string, everything, every needle in there. Who can tell you anything then?
He didn't set it up. He could have. I know there's a female who's like real popular on the fresh and fit side of the world, right? She rocks in the manosphere. She's known as Nina the Pineapple. This beautiful little Latina. Beautiful. Amazing body. She's like a personal trainer and all this kind of stuff. She has a line, a clothing line where she does bikinis and she does workout clothes. She's from the DR originally. So what did she do? She went back home where she got her connects and she started a clothing brand from the ground up. She gets the fabric. She hires the folks out. She's putting together the infrastructure for this brand, and she's cranking out her product. Now, it's taken her a long time, sizable investment. She has to do all the work. However, she could have cut a deal with Lululemon or you name the company, and she would have got she's with the brand and they're putting up all the money, but she would have made less money if she
had no ownership and had no
ownership. And she wouldn't know how to do this stuff. Now, no matter what happens with her original investment, no matter what happens with her bikini line and her workout gear or whatever, she could do it all again tomorrow because she knows
what she's doing now. She knows what she's doing now. Same thing with me. I know what I'm doing now. So, and I say all this, people, to let you know, this is what power is supposed to do. This is supposed to happen. That's why I'm not mad at it. This is supposed to happen. Everybody was on code. His lawyers. That's what got me. His lawyers left. Damn.
Because they know the money gone.
Right. His talent agency. Balenciaga. All this stuff. JP Morgan Chase. A fucking bank. That's the one that got me first. Damn, a bank don't want a billionaire's money?
Man, CAA.
That's what it got me. Yeah, CAA left. I said, okay, everybody's on code. This is what's supposed to happen. This is what being on code looks like, people. Now, here's the thing with leaders, with power. People of power, right? Characteristics of people in power. I think that people in power should never be devout religious people.
You stepping on toes, man. You gonna step on everybody's toes today, man.
We're about to drop the link in about 2 minutes. Okay, 2 minutes about to drop that link. If you're a devout religious person, you should never be a person in power. I don't know what's up with my internet tonight. I really don't. But anyway, it's because I could never trust you. And that's because you will always have an ulterior agenda, ulterior motive. Your religion, your faith demands that you have one.
Yeah, that's a dangerous person to be in business with.
Right. All religions discriminate as well. All religions demand their followers to discriminate as well. They demand all of their followers to discriminate. If you are a Christian, you're supposed to marry a Christian. And if you want to get into the nuance of it, if you're a Southern Baptist, you shouldn't marry a Seventh-day Adventist because you're not equally yoked.
Yeah, or Lutheran.
Right, or right. So they discriminate. Now, what if your religion says, hey, that over there is a holy land, but the place you govern at, that ain't it. So how am I, as a constituent or a citizen of the land that you govern, how am I supposed to trust that you're not going to take resources from us and send it to your so-called holy land? Because your religion dictates it.
And I hear what you're saying. And my thing is this on this topic. If I'm in business with an individual and that individual is completely devoted to trees because they worship trees. Now he can wake up. We're on the verge of a multi-billion-dollar deal. He can wake up and say the tree told me to bail out of this deal. You know what I mean? So that's the problem. The tree told you this. Yeah. Well, it's not really the tree. It's just the holy acorn person over there that represents the tree, and I gotta listen to them. That's the problem with that. You look at the Crusades. You look at the Crusades. Like I talk about this all the time. Knights Templars, they went over there broke. Just religious warriors trying to fight their way into heaven. Came back they came back richer than the Pope.
Steal it. Now look at this comment. Aren't many dictators from history non-religious? Russia, China, Vietnam. Many dictators non-religious? Not many.
I mean, even with the Khmer Rouge, like even when you look at what was going on with communism, and you look at what was going on in Russia, and I guess we're talking about communist Russia and stuff like that, and all of their puppet states. But here's the thing, though. Even with all that, their numbers when it comes to deleting people pales in comparison to any of the religious wars that's gone on in our. Whatever religion we want to talk about fighting. I was just talking about the Crusades. Just pick one of the Crusades. So much loss of life. You know, you saw what happened in Rwanda since we've been alive with the Hutus and the Tutsis. I mean, again, like it doesn't matter what the religion is, it's just a lot of people done died in the name of their religion. More people have died than folks dying in the name of communism or capitalism or whatever. You know what I mean? And the only reason I know this is because we trained to fight these people. You know what I mean? So yeah, there was some horrible folks out there. Stalin was a horrible person. Hitler and all the rest. You know what I mean? Stalin, boy, Bill Burr did a bit about that, talking about Stalin's numbers. No one really talks about his numbers, but you think Hitler was bad. Stalin was ruthless. Oh my God! But anyway, man. That gets us off topic. But let's get back on. Let's get back to it.
That's right. That's why I think you should not be in a leadership position if you are devout. If you are devout in religion, you should not. You are not to be trusted because you have an ulterior motive.
I mean, I'm cool with it if you can separate our business and your faith.
But your faith is not. It doesn't work that way. Then you're not really a man of faith, are you?
You got a good point.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, so at the end of the day, you gonna pick your faith, or you gonna pick the good of the greater good of you and your community? Because that's why I like democracy. People, we drop the link. Bring it on. We're talking about everything. Okay, when it comes to power. Okay, you look at the Crusades. You look at the Crusades. It ain't just one person. There were archbishops and everyone else making deals and making decisions, sending troops here, there, and everywhere else.
All kind of monarchs involved. But hold on, we done dropped the link, Mandrell. Hold on, contact front.
Get some.
Contact front. Y'all ready?
Get some. Get some. Yeah.
Drop that red smoke. Let's go, y'all. Get some.
That's right. And the mail letter said, "Look what happened to Julius Caesar." Man, look at him.
Caesar.
Man,
you know what I mean? Look what happened to Cleopatra. Look what happened to Mark Antony. It goes on and on and on and on and on. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But religion and politics and power, business has always been intertwined. They tried. We're supposed to have separation of church and state in this country. We're supposed to. You know what I mean? But do we really?
No, we don't.
Do we really?
Ah, my man. We ain't signing shit. That's his name, by the
We
way.
ain't signing. We ain't signing shit.
That's the
Absolute.
he took the shit part off. But yeah, nope, we won't do it. You see that? Yeah. We ain't signing. What's going on, man?
Man, what's going on, Mandrell?
What's
DLC,
up?
how you doing?
What's
So
good, fam?
First, I have to give Mandrell his flowers. I never thought I will ever say this, but Mandrell, you were right.
What about?
You were right about Kanye West. Like, he was going to get destroyed from this. You were right. So I'm going to give you your flowers.
Man, you gotta
But
say that again, bro. Say that one more time. You giving Mandrell what?
Mandrell is right. Got to give it up to him. He was right. He said it. Because I saw the panel. Everybody was like, "Nah, Mandrell, you crazy. He's a billionaire, blah, blah, blah." Mandrell was like, "Nope, he's gonna catch that L. He's gonna catch that fade." Lo and behold,
Right, he gonna catch that. He gonna catch that fade.
Right. So I mean,
Please.
this nigga lost a 1.6 billion in a week. Evaluation lost evaluation.
Yeah.
So I
And
mean,
1.6. It's 1.6. Wow.
In a week.
1. According to Yahoo News.
Okay.
Yeah.
According to Yahoo News. Yahoo Financials, right? So I don't know if that's the actual number, but that's what's reported on Yahoo Financials. So I want to make a couple points. So the Kanye West is a short story that we can relate to Black America and its inability to overcome racism, white supremacy. See, the thing about it that we gotta take from this is this, right? So the small hat from Adidas was like, you know what? You offended my honor. I can't rock with you. And anyone who's from our group, he offended our honor. Next, the homeboy from the bank was like, know what? We're going to treat you like a third world citizen. You're unbanked, right? Right now, Kanye is unbanked. All of his money is in crypto, right? And to be unbanked is something that first world individuals do not experience. Only people in like the middle of Africa or some forest place in Western Europe are those type of people. In India are unbanked. They relegated this man to a third world citizen when he was unbanked, because that's something serious. People don't understand what it means to be unbanked, because no bank is going to touch him right now, just because there's so many of those people imbued in that industry. And so when we're looking at when we're looking at one single leader, again, Mandrell is right again. It's not about leadership. It's about building communities, building a community of powerful people and having your own banks, which your people use, having your own entertainment industry that your people use. You're the preferable choice for your own individual people. And
we ain't signing. Can I interject just real quick? Couldn't he bank with the Swiss, or couldn't he bank with Putin?
Why don't he bank with a black bank then?
But see the thing about it is when we're talking about banking abroad, right? So right now Russia has sanctions, right? So you can't move your money around as freely. Now Swiss, I don't know that, but he can go other countries. He can, and he will. Most likely he will. And so he will make another $1 billion again, right? The world is global. He will definitely make $1 billion. Now, will it be in America? I don't know. But can he make it worldwide? Yes, he can.
You think so? You really think he'll get back up there again?
This man went from a $50 million in debt to a billionaire. He's already demonstrated it. Right? He's already demonstrated it. So I'm going to say yes, because he's already demonstrated that.
All right, real quick, my favorite devil dog's in the house. He's gonna go after you. I ain't signing. He'll go after you.
So I'm just gonna land my plane on this. So again, we're seeing why we as the Black community don't have power, because in order to have power, you need to execute punishment, right? Kanye received punishment this time. And so, and that's the thing. So until we as Black people start galvanizing as a community, preferably having our own stuff instead of working for someone, right? We're taught, go to college, work for someone, go to the army, get good trades, work and help someone. Until we have that mind shift and change of having your own, we're always going to be a second-class citizen in America.
Exactly.
That's real
Exactly.
talk.
Now hold on. One thing about religion. One thing about Mandrell, you are wrong about religion. Some
Okay.
of the most powerful, affluent people in the world are religious. So right now we see the small hats. That's religious, right? And then Islam, right? Indonesia,
And they all have ulterior motives.
Yes.
Yeah, but still they operate within the confines of their tenets, right?
Yeah, I just said I wouldn't. I don't think they should be.
Same thing with Indonesia, one of the strongest countries in Asia, works in
Yeah.
the confines of Islam. UAE, right? UAE, one of the
Definitely
Same
richest,
thing, Islam.
right? Islam, right? They work in the confines of that, and then people that come there, right? Still, even if you're not Islam, you have to respect and follow the tenets of that religion. And
Yeah.
UAE is one of the richest places in the world.
True. And here's the thing: it's oppressive, just like every religion out there
So
is.
what? So what? So what?
You can't have a free nation if you're ruling with religion.
But that's not the argument. The argument is power, right?
Yeah, I said I don't believe that any devout follower of religion, should be in a position of power. That's my opinion.
Bro.
Now, that's my opinion.
The late Queen of England, Obama, Bushes all went to the Pope and kissed his ring. The most powerful people are heads of religion, not heads of states.
Yeah,
not close with that.
And that's I still haven't. And there's a problem with that too.
Yeah, but we can't. But I get where Brother Ainsan is coming from.
I get exactly where he's coming from.
He's standing on a strong point right there. Like I can't knock him off of that.
I can't knock him off of it.
How we feel about it doesn't change the result, right? How many other people walk into the room and other hesitates, kneel down and kiss the ring? I've only seen the Catholic Pope do that.
Same here. I've only seen him do that to Pope. And
all right,
I don't. We got
power
either.
We got to get the.
Yeah.
We got to get a Marine in here. Yeah, but hold on. So I want to make you feel comfortable, Brother Marine. My favorite Marine's in the house.
Pray! This is my rifle. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
That's for you there, brother. Rah, 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 rah. Go ahead, Marine.
Hey, bear with me real quick, man, because I'm under the weather, so I'm sick. So shout out to you, man. DL Saint, I've been watching for a minute. We ain't signing. Shit, motherfucker. Shout out to Mandrell, man. You know, I rock with you, bro. I've been supporting since day one. Black Man Unfiltered network. Man, Canadian born. Yay. Man, this question is a good question. I think it's tough, right? Because this is a kind of question that it can't just be answered with a simple, small answer. What it comes down to is the individual who runs with that said power, you know? Because there's a line in The Dark Knight, right? It says, you either live long enough to become the villain or die a hero, right? I think that's tough to say because certain ideologies, doctrines, religions have been infiltrated by certain individuals who have not showed it in the best light. So I think when people start overall blaming a religion and saying it's okay, a person that comes from this set of power, now we're gonna shame them because of the fact that maybe, hey, he's a Christian, but he did things wrong, so now all Christians are gonna be scrutinized, or the religion itself. So it's tough to say when you see that kind of stuff and you see a person of power. You name some people that were bad people, DL, that I agree with 100%. The guy we can't name that was from Hitler. Oh, I'm sorry, I said it. The guy with the stash.
Yeah,
the guy with the stash. Stalin, Mussolini, right? All these guys weren't actual good guys, right? So I see what you're saying. You know, it's just it's tough when it comes down to, because we don't know who can we really depend on.
That's what's up. And, and my favorite devil dog. Next time, mute your TV before you come talk to us.
Oh,
Marine.
my bad, bro. I didn't notice that.
Rah, 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 rah. Let me just say it in Marine so you understand. Rah, 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 rah. Mute the TV. Rah, rah, rah.
My bad. I apologize.
It's all
now,
good,
who came? Black David, the Canadian-born Nigerian. Simon Hector, what's up, brother? We're gonna get to you just in a second.
Good evening, brothers on the panel.
Yeah. The thing is, you're African, so you have no idea what power is. So anyway, give us your take.
Houston, we have a problem.
Oh my God, definitely a problem.
Oh shit!
Now
This is all run by warlords.
I don't have to congratulate.
Wait a minute. I damn near fell out my chair.
This damn dude racist. Like,
I don't have to congratulate Mandrell on his comment about Kanye taking the L because I already knew it was going to happen anyway. It was just a matter of fact because it was on point. And a lot of these, I don't know, sheep, bandwagon idiots who believe it wasn't going to happen, this is why you need to go back to school and re-educate yourself about power and structure. When our fellow brethren, B9, saying we are a nation within the nation and we don't have an embassy, why should they do business with us?
Oh boy. This is why I don't agree with Africans. This is a problem.
You don't have to agree with Africans. You don't have to agree with African based on opinion.
Hold on, Simon. Hold on, Simon. Let me hear the rest of his premise. Let me hear the rest of his premise, and then we'll let you go. You know what I mean? We'll let you go in.
But I have to be logical and I have to be technical to the aspect of things. If you want to put emotion, then you could be feminine all you want. I'm going to be masculine up here. So let's be understandable about this thing right here. Number one, the people that he doing business with have structure, have identity. He's one black brother who made it into that level, right? He believed he had power due to his money, but don't worry, all you have was influence. I've been saying it for a long time. Besides Mandrell was saying it, I was saying it as well. I got the pushback. It's okay, fine, no wonder. Carry on. When these things was happening, Will Martin did a piece today on his show. He said when he was talking all that rah about black people, why nobody did anything behind that? They didn't care.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Hold on 1 second. Admin, drop the link again. Testify. Come up to the panel. Defend that statement, please. Yeah,
and no one's knocking the man for having $400 million now. But he's lost. He's lost all that money.
He's lost $1.4 billion. He lost that.
It's actually 1.5.
But hold on real quick. If I lose $100 in the hotel room, nobody can move until I find it. This man lost how many billion? You know what I mean? If I lose, I tell everybody to freeze
in a week.
But let's okay. And brother Nigerian boy, you're gonna have to land the plane now. I'm hearing you, but you're gonna have to land the plane now.
He lost 1.5 according to Forbes. But I
1.5. Okay.
All these corporations have this structure connected to a particular backbone, and they're very well connected, right? They have their own institution. Once again, let's go back to what I said a couple of months back. We're our own institution. We don't have our own bank. That's nationwide. We don't have our own hospital. We don't have our own school. We don't have our own grocery. So when we don't have something like that, you can say it's ours. They have political and financial power to control. What do you think going to happen? When a bank kick your money out of a bank, that should be a warning sign. Man, Joe was saying it. I was saying it for a long time. But people don't comprehend the magnitude behind it. Of all the banks in this country, who do they work with? What organization are they under? People keep forgetting these things. These multiple corporations, where they get the funding from? Who are they connected with? When you have that chain reaction, and you say he had power, if he had power, why are you going to use the power to stop it? Let's be logical about it.
All right, Brother Simon, second.
Brother Simon says, what's up, man? And Noble from the World Class, CJ100, testify. The link is in the chat. Click that link and come on up here. Bring it. I told you.
I want to see it live.
Hold on, one well,
okay.
First of all, we need to make sure we need to make sure we're saying things correctly. He lost a 1.6 in evaluation, not $1.6 billion, right?
Well, we know, of course. Right. But we're saying we're simplifying it for people.
Evaluation.
Yeah, I know, because remember I said evaluation earlier.
At the top of the show, we did say that, yeah. But the fact remains.
Yeah, the fact remains.
No, because it's different. Because he can build another company and get back to that $1.6 billion evaluation. Right?
If someone does business with him.
Right, could he? I mean, that's the thing. Who's gonna maybe? I mean, I'm not gonna say it can't happen, but who's gonna do business?
Right. They might wait till it blow over and give it another shot. But as
he gonna have to sit down. He got to do is he got to take his time out. He got to take his time out.
Then you got to realize like this.
He can do any business. He can do business with any BRICS country, any country that's anti-American. He can do business with right now.
But it's anti-American. Good luck.
So white Americans gonna rock with it,
right?
You got to understand whose customer base is buying from also too. I mean, he gonna make $1 billion off of just us blacks alone that support him.
No,
and how many percent of the black people is actually supporting him like that? I don't think it's a large number, like you think it is.
And that is back
getting back to the billions like that.
That's real. That's real talk. That's real talk. And then Simon Hector was supposed to be next.
Yeah, Simon Hector. What you got for us, brother?
Yeah, I mean, not to be funny or anything, but what Black Man was speaking on, like, he was speaking the truth. Like, I mean, I know I don't agree with him most of the time, but he was speaking the truth in this instance. If you're going to the topic where it's like, this is what power looks like, what does power look like? Most of the time we're just talking about what power looks like when we haven't actually experienced it. And if you have not experienced it, you can't appreciate it. So I don't want to detract, but I'm just saying, like, you want to listen to Black David to an extent. Like, he has some real facts, like, that's going on. Like, and it's just the explanation, and that might take a bit of time. And this is what people don't want to do. They don't want to rock with power. What they want to do is they want to detract from power. So anyone that's powerful or in a powerful situation, what they're going to do is they're going to detract from that, and they're going to turn around and try and make a mockery of it, or try to sort of, make some sort of fun of it or something else, without actually understanding what that is. Especially in particular, Black people. Black people do this on a regular, and it's problematic. White people do not do this. If white people see someone in power, they lean towards them. They don't detract from them. What we do is we're trying to figure our own shit out, because we haven't even got to a place where it's heaven. So it's like, you don't even listen to that shit. So I'm ranting a bit, but I'm just saying, like, you don't even listen to that shit. The fact of the matter is if you have not accomplished something, you don't know what it means. The problem is what you do is then everyone that comes up under you, you want to turn around and make a mockery of them just to make yourself feel better. And the fact of the matter is we shouldn't be doing that as Black people. What we should be doing is going, look, let's see who has something to add, and then add with them. But that just doesn't take place on a normal occurrence. And that's the proposition of power, in terms of this is what power is and what power looks like in terms of the Black community. And that's that's unapologetic. Sorry, Mandrell.
I'm just saying, y'all done made me get some liquor. You Black folk, boy, I tell you what.
I'm telling you, man, listen, people need to pay. My thing is, people should pay attention, because when they talk about power and money, people like to equate money with power. No, I tell people all the time, no, money has nothing to do with power. They're two separate things. Money is a byproduct of power. You get money because if you're a powerful person, you're going to get money. Period. Right. You know what I mean? That's and a lot of it. But I brought this up to point it out. People, this is what power looks like. They can shut you down.
Yeah, clean. Shut you down completely, brother. Male Logic, Male Logic. What's up, fam? I think it's the first time we've ever interacted. Y'all know I'm new to the space. They done brought me in. I done got jumped in. Y'all done jumped me into this, man.
Male Logic is a regular, but he disappeared on me for a while. I don't know where Mel went.
What up, Mel?
He went to some other platforms and he flaked out on me.
Well, Mel, I'm glad you're back, brother. What say you?
I can't really hear you, bro.
Mel,
we can't hear you, Mel.
Come up to the mic, Mel. Come on.
Yeah.
Mel in the kitchen. Mel in the kitchen right now.
Away.
Yeah, barbecue.
Or pass it.
But yeah, I think Mandrell trying to said the key thing I was going to say, so I'm gonna add on to that a little bit. The only position of power that technically black people know is fear based and throwing money. That is the big problem with black people. We don't really know what power is unless it's fear based. Just technically even the respect factor. Mostly is always fear based. Who can be the most intimidated? And you gotta respect me because I got this, that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one of the biggest problems.
Where's that come from, brother? Where's that come from?
We all know that answer.
Ignorance.
Right.
I said it. Ignorance.
Shall I say it?
I'd say the black woman, but I mean,
whoa.
Ah,
Damn.
Oh man.
I was thinking beyond that.
Get some.
I was thinking beyond that, but
look, we were look. Come on, let's be fair. Like myself,
DL saying you got to get some Full Metal Jacket on there too.
Listen,
I got it.
But it's just like like when Chaos was always saying, like there's a difference between a high value man and a high earning man and stuff, and that's the problem. Like you think you got all this money, but people in certain positions, they don't have to use their money all the time like that. Like there's different structures that they have. That reason why this person's more higher value than you and stuff. It's not just money alone. They got connects. They got business with other people that they connect with. The fact that they don't even have to put up money down because they know they can make it back and stuff. They got heavy influences by the person that they are and the organizations they with and how they carry themselves. How people look up to them. Yeah, like that's something that Kanye did not understand. Like he thought he did.
Real talk. Real talk.
It's like people want to support him all that mess and everything, but black people ain't got those type of positions. The way the Jews and the alphabet community does.
You gotta say can't call them out like that. They'd have been shut us down, man. Like, but we know you're talking about.
You're killing me, Mel.
Yeah, but they don't really shut you down because it's like that. So I already know. But I do have respect for y'all. So yeah, but
appreciate it.
Yeah, but we just don't have those positions to be like, okay, if Kanye's down right now, we could take him and everything. You come to us, we build you back up like that. We don't got those positions. We don't got a black-owned Vogue or black-owned these different companies that like Estee Lauder or Gucci or all these high fashion head organizations
that's what's up.
Black
hey, who can real quick
millions like that over the world to be like, you know what, Kanye, we still take you over here. They don't want to do you from those side. We got you over here. We don't have those positions. We don't have
real
those
quick
like that.
Can anyone name the biggest black-owned bank in America? Can anybody name any black-owned banks in America? 100% black-owned. That's our problem.
There is one, but nope.
I can't name it, but there's one.
Yeah. First Choice Credit Bank. I know that one.
Okay.
That one killer.
There are 43 100% wholly owned black owned banks and I believe 15 financial firms.
Yeah, I think For the First National Credit Bank, Al-America. That's another one.
United Bank, City Federal. I'm just looking at the chat again. I can't. But that's one of the problems with. We should all know the biggest black-owned bank, right? And we should all at least have one account there, right? Right?
Exactly.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, we got some people in the chat.
There's a reason behind that.
Hold on. We got some people in the chat.
Exactly.
I know we got people in the chat.
We don't trust black people. That's the problem.
We got City Federal, United Bank.
My man Andre Terry says United Bank. Paul Bennett, One United. He's not for sure if it's 100% though. Queen Smiley. Hey, Queen Smiley, how you doing?
Citizens
Trust Bank. Yeah.
Hold on. Hey, Mandrell, stick to the job. Quit doing this.
Holla.
We don't need all that, man. Stick to the job, man. Stay on mission. There, Green Beret. Airborne.
Okay. And then look at Queen Smiley. She says she must honestly say, I don't trust them. She doesn't trust black banks. Why don't you trust black banks, Queen Smiley?
Come on. I just want to say thank you, Queen Smiley, for being honest. Because at the end of the day, this is why when a lot of black people who make it, the hood be like, help us out. They're like, nah, because at the end of the day, right, it was the others that helped them. There were others that gave them the benefit of the doubt. The others that did business with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That means that black people pandered to white people in most of their life. So like if a black person turns around and like offers something that can actually be detrimental to a black person's life, they're just going to say no.
And then not only that, we already know most of us, not all of us, but most of us always want handouts, to the fact that it's just like if you that one in the family that's seceded, then you got all these different aunties and cousins coming at you, wanting all these favors, and you giving them information to get the stats, but they want you to do all the work. So they trying to live off of you.
Hey, but if I say, Good Queen Smiley got a point. If I loan a black person $40, then I ask for it back, they be like, "He your funky ass $40. Oh, my $40 funky now."
It's
funky now.
You know what, guys? You know what? It would be real interesting because I would say the black banks that lasted for more than 20, 30 years, I would say majority of their customers are probably white, Asian, and Hispanic. I would say.
Yeah. No, that's wrong. There's literally local.
Simon, how are you going to talk about somebody else's experience?
I'm not talking about someone else's experience.
You just deny him his.
No, that's not what I did. What I'm saying is that I'm offering an alternative attribute to the conversation. So what I'm saying is there are community banks that are actually literally out there right now, but they're not literally assigned to black people. But what we're talking about right now is about potentially setting up a black bank for black people.
No. You're missing my point. I'm saying is that my overall point is this: when it comes to black businesses, the ones that typically stay in business for long amounts of time typically serve non-black people. That's the
because with black people and black businesses, for black people to invest in it or trust it, it has to be proven first, and it's not like that with other cultures.
Yes,
and that's real talk.
We got other people in it. We got Lou.
Yeah, we got Brother Lou.
And we got Ted. We got Tez the Five.
Tez the Five.
Don't worry, Tez. I'm gonna save you for after Lou. I'm gonna skin that ass up. Lou, you there?
What's going on, man?
Mandrell, your mic is cracking, brother. Your mic is cracking, Mandrell.
It's okay. It's just the sound of Ted's skull with his verbal ass whooping I'm gonna give him.
Brother Lou, welcome.
With knowledge.
Man.
With knowledge. That's what I'm
Mandrell say the most suspicious stuff. The delicious ass. now he gonna scale my ass. So y'all gotta watch this, brother, man.
Hey, and save that, brother Tez. I can't wait to hear that, brother Tez. Save that. But brother Lou, you got in here first, man. What's good, man?
What's going on, everybody? Mandrell, what do you want me to touch on first? Kanye or the banks?
Either or.
Okay. Well, they're parallel. So first, Kanye, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that what happened to Kanye in a way is a good thing, because as we are talking here about the fact that he has realized that he does not hold all the power and that he needs alliances to grow, and that simultaneously connects to the black community. I have been saying this for months, probably a year now. Building your own infrastructure, if you have to use the backbone systems that are created by the very white man you're trying to fight, is useless and pointless. If you're going to build a black bank for face of marketing in order to attract people, but you're going to use the white man's backbone systems for that bank's ledger, what you're doing is counterproductive. Because the black people that want better service will go to Bank of America, will go to Citizens Bank. They will go to other banks that have better systems that will answer their phone call with one ring.
Wow. Yes, they will.
Now, the black community itself doesn't understand what money actually means anyway in general, right? Not individual.
So Paul, whoa. Are you telling me black businesses can't give excellent service?
No,
right, that's
that's not what he's saying at all.
Let's not get bogged down in the smoke and mirrors. Let Brother Lou finish his point, and let's put a pin in that, because we can't address that. But let's put a pin in it. But let him finish his point.
Let me finish, bro. Right? What was I saying again? The black community in general doesn't understand how money works or what money.
And it does, and they don't. That's true.
And they don't. So in banking, I am in banking, and I'm watching the meltdown of the universe as I sit back at home in my chair. Okay, and what I realize is that there's a reason why lenders, before they become a lender, they become a lender on wheels. So the Black community is doing a good thing. They're building their businesses and they're getting themselves out there. But what I want people to understand is that you are not going to be number one in 60 days. It's going to take time. And not only is it going to take time, you are going to need to be humble. The Black community needs to be humble because people don't own you anything. You don't deserve anything just because you went through something, because everybody has been through something. And we all know that I agree with the background of everything that has been said. I have Black family members, slavery. We know all that stuff, right? But I'm talking about business. When I went into business, I was humble enough. Kanye West, right? Humble enough to play the game. If you don't understand how to play the game, you will be removed from the game.
And he was removed because he didn't understand how to play the game.
Time out. That's what it was. He got a time out.
Matter of fact, I'm willing to bet $1,000 within the next 10 years he'll be $1 billion. He'll have $1 billion evaluation again.
I might take you up on that, bro. How long?
10 years. 10 years. 10 years.
10 years.
Thank you. Maybe.
Wow. Maybe. What's the over under on that? I might take that bet.
I'm thinking about taking that action too.
I say 3 years. I say 3 years.
Right now, $1,000 a rack that by 2032, Kanye will have another $1 billion valuation.
He might.
You said 2032.
It's not likely.
Hold on.
It's not likely.
You guys,
32. 10 years.
You
He said 10 years.
understand business.
He said 10 years.
Don't.
You don't understand business. This man, number one, he's already demonstrated that he went from a $50 million in debt to $1 billion evaluation.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
Miss me with this humble shit.
I don't know. Here's the thing. He burned too many bridges, and I don't know what the lasting. We still don't know what the lasting effects of this is.
That don't matter, Mandrell. Really,
Mandrell.
The and inflation is hitting everybody. Bro. I know, but inflation is hitting everybody.
It don't matter. Like
all right,
bridges.
Well, no. But before we move on, we gotta let Brother Tez get his in. Then we get.
Tez, justify your statement from earlier, son. Come on, young
first off,
what's up, big man?
What's going on?
What's good, fam? What's good, fam? Welcome.
First of all, what's going on, Tez Defy?
What's going on?
Yeah. That statement there. What did you mean by this?
My statement about this is no. First of all, let me say to everybody that I've been listening to, I think most people on here make a lot of great points, honestly, and especially with Kanye confusing money with power. I do agree with y'all on that because it is a difference. At the end of the day, it's a difference between money and power. And to go with what Lou was saying, we have to understand as a people that if we don't create our own, we'll never have our own. It just is what it is. Black David, you right. I feel you. I agree with you 100%. Now I will say this. The fact that he lost that evaluation, I think it does hurt. I'm not sitting up here. Look, I'm not a Kanye apologist. But one of the things that I try my best to do is when I don't know something, it's hard for me to tear down somebody that has reached heights that I might not ever reach. So yes, he may have lost $1 billion, but he still has over 400 million. Can I critique him? Yes. But I also want to know what can I learn so I can make me a $400 million. Like, what can I learn to get to that point? That's all I'm saying. So when I see this, I always wonder, what did he do to get to this point? So I understand he lost. Yes,
I can tell you what he did.
I'm listening.
Okay, what he did was the wrong thing. Okay, and this is what I've been saying for years, and especially here in recent weeks. What Kanye did was he wanted to come up with his own clothing line, right? But he wanted to operate on a global scale and be huge right now. Now, when he married Kim Kardashian, she gave him $52 million to pay off that debt. so that he would be debt free and he can leverage himself with these bigger companies. You know, Gap, Foot Locker, Adidas, Vogue, all these. Balenciaga.
Brother Mandrell, can I jump in? Can I jump in real quick? Can I just jump in real quick?
I'm almost done.
On what you're saying? Okay.
I'm almost done. All right. So what he did was he jumped on their piggybacks, used their infrastructure to and their resources to advertise and market. So he's big. Wow. Kanye West, Yeezys. Instead of taking the time to learn this shit and do it on his own, like we said earlier, he would have then built his own infrastructure. Hold on. And Sway tried to tell him that and build his own infrastructure, and he had the capital to do it. He just didn't have the knowledge, and he had the time to learn. That was yes, Simon. That is exactly what happened, and that is irrefutable. This is irrefutable. That's how he got the $1 billion evaluation so quick.
And Brother Tez, everything that Mandrell said. The only thing I would add to that is, I believe he got that $1 billion evaluation, or he got to the bread, simply by using the infrastructure and the networks of the people that Mandrell mentioned, not his people.
Wow, exactly.
Not his people. Wow. He utilized the network and he utilized the infrastructure and the network of the Kardashians, their people, their attorneys, and then you might have some other folks we don't know, money folks. He might have been there with the Sabans. You never know. Their people, their money, and boom, he got there.
And here's why he's pissed off, Tez. Here's why he's pissed off. Cherry on top, okay? He took a step back and looked at how much money these companies he was doing business with was making, what their evaluations were, in contrast to his, without understanding that these companies are not going to pay you more than they're going to make. So if he's worth 1.6 or 1.8 billion, Adidas made 1.7 billion just last year. Just last year alone, off of him exclusively, never minding all the other stuff they sell. So Kanye gets pissed off about that, and then he blames the little head people. And he looks at the movie industry, television. He looks at music, sports, all of it, and all of the little head people are have the vast majority of control in all of these industries. And it pisses him off that they're making so much money off of him. That's what he meant by "I'm tired of being a slave." I'm tired of being a slave.
I gotta hear Brother Simon's take. I gotta hear brother.
He realized he was still just an employee as opposed to an owner. No matter how much stock they gave him in lieu of money, he's still an employee.
This is the huge problem with Lil. I didn't even want to go here, but the fact is there is a difference in class. Okay, right. And the fact of the matter is you Kanye West is not on your level. So the fact of the matter is
he's not on my level. I agree with that.
Whatever he's going through, you have no idea about. But
I do have an idea about.
How? You know, I mean, how?
Because you said it yourself. He's not on my level.
You don't live. Hold on. No offense. Are we getting some?
Chill out, Wes. Let him finish.
Because
it's like,
let me just take this and I'll pass it right back. The only way you would say that you would know if you were a millionaire, and you're not a millionaire, so you don't know.
Billionaire.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Kanye wasn't a billionaire.
I'm just saying, this is a black brother that's out. And we're putting him down at every stance.
And he deserved it.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. I'm not going to listen. Incompetence should never be. Hold on, Mel. Hold on.
Is it because of the MAGA hat?
No. Hold on. No. Incompetence should never be rewarded with blind loyalty. This dude been tap dancing and putting on this blackface for massa for way too long and said all kinds of crazy shit about black people, and he's always stood in contrast to what black people have stood for.
Listen,
he has insulted our ancestors. He has insulted Malcolm,
Mandrell, give me a second.
Martin, all of them.
Give me a second, Mandrell.
Go ahead.
Listen, we do not take the time to actually pay attention to white media. What we do is pay attention. Is it? So who are you blasting on white media right now?
Oh, Tucker Carlson all the time, and Sean Hannity.
I blast Disney and Amazon and white media. All that money they wasted on that damn Lord of the Rings bullshit. Come on now, She-Hulk and all that shit.
Waste of money.
What's relevant? What's relevant? What's relevant? What's relevant is black people. Okay, so you're gonna turn around and take this person who's been the most prominent, richest, most creative person that's been in your life, and you're gonna put him down.
Prince is
Come on now, brother Simon. Come on, brothers. I'm old, brother Simon. I'm old. So my life, nah, man, we got a lot of grace in my life. And then like they're talking about music too, right? Like I said, I give Kanye West, I give him credit for selling people their own shit back. You know what I mean? I give him credit for that. You know what I mean? But he ain't creating nothing. I'm sorry, bro. I've lived a little bit longer, man. I can't ride with you on that one, brother. I've been with you until this point.
What I say to you is, the what you're relating to is people that are probably like artists that have passed away. I don't know any artists that are alive that you can actually cite. That you could turn around and tell me.
Did Stevie Wonder die?
Simon, you a fool for that.
Okay, hold on. Let's take a time out. Time out real quick. Everybody, quick commercial break. Please support the show by donating to our Cash App and the PayPal. It is scrolling at the bottom of the screen right there.
Please give you $2.
And real quick, brother Simon, I would argue that Sade and her crew are 100 times more talented than Kanye West.
Did you just say Sade?
I sure did, bro. I sure did. Wait. I sure did, bruv. I sure did, mate.
I've worked with Sade.
DL saying, get them fish and chips ready.
Right. I sure did, bruv. I would say that Prince
I'm not talking
is
about
definitely more creative.
Hey, hold on. Black David about to shut on himself. We don't let him talk. Somebody let Black David talk before he done. He gonna have a bowel movement over here.
According to the definition of the word artist,
put it like this.
No, let me finish. According to the word definition of the word artist, who create stuff. Let's not forget Tyler Perry.
Oh, let's please forget Tyler Perry
And Oprah. I'm
saying but I would give you. I give him props for the work. I give him props for the work. He put in work.
Yeah, all he did was
throw him in the trash.
Right. All Kanye West did was make remixes. Nothing different than Diddy or any other DJ has done. He's just good at it. Kanye is good at it. I'll give him that.
He's a genius in creating music. That's what he is.
If it wasn't for Kanye West,
he just remixed.
If it wasn't for Kanye West, you would not have Jay-Z. Okay, if you didn't have Jay-Z,
wait. Hell, I'm gonna cut you off right there. If we had no Kanye and no Jay-Z, Jay-Z made Kanye. Technically, if there's no Kanye, Jay-Z still would be Jay-Z to this day.
Yeah. Hold on, brother Simon. I got something for you. What you just said?
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
You can't be saying that shit.
Thanks for the Full Metal Jacket, baby.
Ask Jay-Z. Don't ask me.
Ask Jay-Z what? Me. Come on, bro. If Kanye get us, you know what Kanye really needs to do? He needs to get his jaw wired shut again, and maybe he'll get some of that creative juice back, bro. Because he ain't did shit since then.
No, this is the problem.
And that Pete Davidson shit didn't help him out.
It showed didn't. Pete Davidson was digging down his Armenian princess. And listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, I saw Kim Kardashian once in my life before the surgery. I saw Kim Kardashian once. I was in Fort Lauderdale. That's when she was with Reggie Bush. She was with Reggie Bush. Yo, when I say fine, I can understand.
Fine back then.
Back then. I ain't talking about now. I'm talking about back then. Bruh. When I say fine, hey, man, it stopped me in my tracks, bro. And you know what I mean? And I'm picky.
Yeah, you're damn right. And you need to be picky. And the fact of the matter is that you're never going to get with a Kim Kardashian in your life. And that's the facts.
But you know,
and Kanye West did. And that's this is the thing that we don't want to sort of backtrack. We don't want to acknowledge about our own community. It's like, okay, cool. The guy got with Kim Kardashian. You're not about to get with Kim Kardashian. You can talk about it all day long. Don't lie.
I don't. She's the biggest
He said,
Wait. Give me the mic. Hold on. Give me the mic. I want to make this one point. Kanye is such a buffoon and an idiot that he could have had any woman he wanted. Who'd he pick? The biggest 304 in all of Hollywood.
Shout out to Ray J. I hit it first.
You're right. They're the biggest 304. Everybody ran through it. Nick Cannon, Ray J, Reggie Bush, all them dudes and all the musical artists in Hollywood.
Miles Austin, Chris Humphries, their bodyguard.
The list goes on and on. Yeah, the list goes on and on. He didn't marry a black woman. He married an Arab, which in America they classified as white.
Yeah, she's Armenian, bro. But anyway,
they classified as white again, DL.
Yeah, they are. I get you that, but I'm saying she's Armenian.
Nah, I'm gonna say
Armenians are Arab.
He went for Slumdog Millionaire. That's what he went for.
No, I'm gonna say this real quick. Y'all might not like it, but it's probably a little too fat. Despite him marrying Kim K, she still rock with him. And what did he do? He did all this crazy shit, said embarrassed her online. She had no choice but to divorce him.
She did. Exactly. She had no choice.
Exactly. If he had all the money in the world to get the help for his bipolar issues and everything, he did not get it. It's the same way how he's coming out his mouth the way he is, and people. You told my black people ain't gonna rock with him, but look what he's acting like.
Look what he's doing.
He has a frustrating point also too.
You're sort of
rock with him like that. Like
you're perpetrating sort of like someone from outside of our culture turning around and divorcing the black man and going, okay, that's good, and that's why.
Hold on.
And not even sort of like looking at the black man. It's like, why can't you actually send Kanye an email and say, what the hell went on? You have no idea. And the problem is,
One mic. Now, Black David, I'm going to let you rock. But then after Black David, we have to go to final thoughts. Okay?
You need to stop that ideology that black people can't still support it. You forget the black community is divided in many different factions. Now, the mature faction, the mature with strong ideology faction, don't support him for the simple fact when he came out of his goddamn mouth and say slavery was a choice. When you say such thing, it is a particular branch of the black community have wrote you off completely, and you keep on going that particular path with that type of statement. Walmart ended up peace. So you can imagine how many factions who do not want to support the guy no more. So that is done. When you lose that ideology factor of the black community, you are doomed. You may keep the garbage that if they're going to support you or not. It depends on how they divide themselves. But the idea factor of the highly educated people who have structure and order, who have strong foundation, don't want to support him. You lost. Clean that day. So let's stop the notion. Let's stop the nonsense. Let's stop the BS. When I hear BS, I feel like shooting with a damn nuke. Real talk. Stop it. He screwed up. Well, you need to go to the psych ward, take his med, and calm this F down.
All right.
Period.
That's fine. Final thoughts right there.
That's African shot on your ass.
That's what's up right there. Hold on. I gotta use David. Yeah, hold on. I gotta give him something for that, man. I give him some horns on that one. I had to give him some horns on that one. Thank you,
yes,
brother.
Sir. Thank you, Black David.
Don't do no voodoo on us, all right?
Speak fire.
Hey.
All right. Hey. All right. Next up, you gonna make him shoot you with that dart. All right, Melly Mel from New York City. What's up, man? What's your final thoughts?
Hey, son, what's the math, son? Mel, where you at, son?
I'm Bronx, baby. Boogity, I'm Bronx.
There you go, B. Final thoughts, B.
Yeah,
lace up them, unlace them Timbs, son.
Man. Julius Caesar, Harvey Two-Face. You died a hero. You live long enough, become the ultimate villain. He did this to himself. Like, yo, and I'm glad Black man mentioned it. Yo, when he said that shit with the slavery comment, I was fucking like, what the? This fool. He needs to calm his ass down. Look what's happening. This might be something that needs to happen to him, a big ass spanking and shit. And let's see what's happening now. He's gonna be humbling himself and everything because, like I said, we don't have certain positions of power to welcome him. Like, you know what? If you fall, we got you. We support you. We got you. We don't. So he needs to like sit back, learn his place and everything. That's one person. That's one thing about power also too. You got to learn your place and know your limits and also too. Because you can't handle every position in power. Because you see what they did to Julius Caesar when he claimed himself God the way they did. They had to execute his ass out. They had to stab his ass, execute his ass out. And this is what's happening to Kanye. He doesn't know his lane. There's certain lanes you don't cross. There's certain lanes you got to stay in. Know your limits also too. He was up there and he fucked it up. So, hey, that's all I can say about the mic drop.
Right. Male logic to God, son to God.
All right, everyone, have a good night. Thanks for having me up, y'all.
Appreciate it. Thanks for coming out, Mel. Appreciate it, man.
Man.
Thanks for I love. Thank you for the support, man. Appreciate it. I love hearing your perspective. All right, Marcus.
Yeah, man,
Marcus,
it was a great show, bro. Great topic.
Thank you.
Shout out to Mandrell. Please support the panel, support the platform. Hit the Cash App. Yes, his name is Carlos. He's a Carlos, but he acts like an asshole. But he's a good guy, real good guy, one of the best. And DL Saint, man, much respect to you, Airborne. Even though y'all are Army brats, you know, we over here in the men's department of the Marine Corps, we shot you guys out too. You know, show respect to y'all. Shout out to Black Man Unfiltered Network. Shout out to everybody else on the panel that was here in the chat, man. Peace, y'all.
That's what's up, Devil Dog. I ain't time for you to go to bed. Go ahead and pray.
Hey! This is my rifle.
Yeah, many like it, but this one is
this one is mine.
Thank you, Marcus. Appreciate it. Simon Hectic, got you on my platform, man. Again, I do watch your show. This weekend, I wasn't able to make it onto your panel this weekend. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my level best to make it there soon. Okay. And thanks for the. I got your invite. Thanks for the invite. I appreciate that.
Yeah. What's up?
Because I do love your perspective, man. What's up? Yeah, I know, right? I do like your perspective, man. Like, what's up, son? Word him up, God.
Hey, what's up? Piece of the gods, like Staten Island, Brooklyn.
Right.
Yo, shout out to RZA, man. RZA got my back. Talk to RZA if you want to talk to me. Like, that's how it goes. And peace to Mandrell and the panel and everyone that's come up here. We appreciate it, man. This is what it is, you know. And it's not. This might be my final thoughts for today, but it's not going to be our final thoughts for forever. So just keep tuning in and just watch this stuff because it's important. Okay, so salute, sir. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the time you spent to make my life relevant.
All I want to say this to you, brother, is salute to you. And all I want to say this is because you make my brother think. So all I want to say is this.
Think tank, Arch. Nothing gets past the old think tank. Nothing.
When you got Simon in there, nothing gets past the old think tank.
Right. Yeah, that's yeah. I like Simon. Simon, he makes you think. So you'll have
That's
a
the whole
perspective.
point. I mean,
you'll have a perspective, and Simon will say something. You're like, wait, hold up.
It'll take a minute.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
I appreciate that. I mean, that's how it is. You get what I'm saying? That's my work. That's what I do, and that's what I strive for. And I wake up every day, and that's what I put into our children and our community. And I'm very passionate about it. And yes, there's a bit of a joke and a swagger, and there's a bit of a laugh here and there, and that's what it is. You get what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Like, I ain't like no one else you're seeing right now, and that's the whole point. The point is I've lived a totally different type of life, and I'm bringing it to our black communities so that we could do better, and that's all I'm doing. Do you get what I'm saying? I'll go into my grave like that. So peace out to you, brothers, man. I swear to God, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. You take care of yourselves.
All right, you too, baby. That's what's up, man. Let's give him one of his. Let's give him one of his.
Yeah. Whoa. Give me a UK salute.
That's it. We ain't signing. We ain't signing shit.
I still don't like the fact you took the shit off, but that's why I still call you.
Sophistication, gentlemen. Sophistication.
Gotcha.
So first, I just want to say, White Lives Matter. No, I'm fucking with y'all. So I just want to say
that when it makes me mad.
When it comes to Kanye, he'll be all right. I think we're a little bit out of pocket criticizing him, because at the end of the day, he'll make $1 billion. He'll be evaluated at $1 billion again. He'll be fine. I think we need to really look at the story for what it is. We're looking at what power looks like, and looking at a small percentage of people and how they can execute power and how they protect themselves by working with one another. And the situation is this, right? At the end of the day, and shout out for Queen Smiley for keeping it funky and real, right? We don't trust each other. And that is the difference between the folks that didn't like what Kanye said versus us. When people say things that we don't like said, we can't do nothing about it, right? Because we don't trust each other. And because of that, we can't have communities where we can execute powers. That's why every so often, these white talking heads can go in there and say nappy headed hoe or the N-word or this and that, and we can't do nothing about it. Because at the end of the day, again, what Queen Smiley said, can't trust niggas. And that's my final thoughts. Shout out to the channel, shout out to the chat, and Queen Smiley save me a 40.
Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. Appreciate that.
Appreciate that. Now, DL saying, and then there were two. I started this one just because this is a perfect example, DL, of an example of what power does. This is what power does. And I wanted people to know that power isn't one person. It's a community. You know what I'm saying? Because one person can't have that much power. Not really. The only thing you have is influence over a handful of people. That's it. But you have no real power. You can't influence people to go and put pressure on a politician to vote one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? And Kanye is not really for black people. He doesn't bank with black banks. He doesn't even start a black bank. And he had the capital to do it at one point.
Sure,
he had the leverage to do it. He could have gotten Jay-Z, Puff Daddy, 50 Cent, all these people with these record labels, on these record labels. They could have started a black bank if they wanted to. They could have started a record label, which they did, but they could have offered their artists fair deals instead of the shit ones that they got and they complain about. But what they do, they started their labels and gave their artists the same deals, fuck up deals they got. You know what I mean? And then you got people all over the place complaining about how P. Diddy stole money from them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we could have power if we did things the right way, if we're on the up and up, if we didn't look for the fast dollar. Power doesn't come swiftly. It's earned. Power is earned because you take it. It has to be taken or given to you. But then keep in mind, anything given can be taken away. Just as easily as it was given to you, it can be taken away. So you have to take it if you really want it.
Yep. Those who conquer are soon conquered. That's how it works.
And because you take power, you have to defend it.
Got to defend it.
But only a person who's strong enough to take power is strong enough to maintain it.
Yes. And got to be wise enough, man. And I'll say this, man, like, there's a lot of talk about, what we're talking about here with beating up on Kanye, or some people like we're not going in hard enough on Kanye, this, that, and the other. Here's the thing. You can be held to account for your actions. That's just how it works, right? And as a people, because a lot of people are like, well, y'all can't say this. You're not worth millions. You're not worth billions, this and that. Okay, I get that too. But in order to grow as a people, we must learn from each other. We must learn from our successes. We must learn from our mistakes. I think we can all agree now, Kanye made a huge mistake. He miscalculated. Not only should he be reading Machiavelli and the Disclosures, but he should also be reading The Art of War. He should be reading Sun Tzu. He should understand that, right? Know yourself, know your enemy. That's the only, if you don't know anything else about that book, know yourself, know your enemy. You can have 100 battles and you will never suffer a defeat. But if you don't know yourself and you don't know your enemy, 100 battles and you would never know a victory. That's Sun Tzu, who said that centuries ago, and it applies today. He went after some of the most powerful people in our history. And he went out reckless. Of course they're gonna deal with it. Of course. So we need to learn from that. I don't have a problem with the Little Hat Clan. They're my people. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't have a problem with them. But there's no way in hell I'm gonna attack them on any level. I don't care how much money I'm worth. It doesn't make sense. And if I did it, it's part of a coordinated attack. We have a mission, we have goals, and I am prepared for what's going to happen next. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and Kanye West failed to anticipate that. Now, will he get his money back in 10 years? I don't think so. In 10 years, maybe 12, 15 years. You know what I mean? I ain't signing shit if that bet's still on the table. I might have to take him up on that one because we're going into a recession. We're looking at 18 months we're looking at 18 to 24 months of some real hard times. So I think after that, maybe Kanye will bounce back, but I don't see him doing it in 10 years. So those are my final thoughts on here. But brother, thanks for having me on, man. Yo, you got me over here, bro, for real, in the trenches.
Yeah, not a problem. I mean, not a problem. I mean, so this is something I figured I knew you knew about. Because, like I said, you've been in positions where you've seen people in power, whether it be on a small scale or a large scale. You've been in Hollywood. You're now in Florida. You've met people. You know what I'm saying? And myself, I've been in the room, as they say. Yeah, and I've seen real power, and I've seen real power move.
In all four corners, you've seen it in all four corners of the world.
All four corners of the earth. I've been the one doing the moving for the power. Getting my orders from the horse's mouth, so to speak.
Yeah, there it is. Make it happen.
Yes, I'm the one. I was the one making it happen for them. So I mean, I know what they're capable of. I was the one doing it. So I mean,
we want without getting
not to give any details and nothing like that. But
metaphorically speaking, somebody went to Tahoe.
Right, exactly. So it's just one of those things where, I mean, it's incredible that a person who has the experience. People like, no. I'm like, bro, y'all really don't know what y'all up against.
Bitter batches. Bitter batches? Why should we support a man who just jacked off 1.5 million, 1 point whatever billion dollars for no reason?
Yeah, running his mouth.
I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to kick the man while he's down. He's not down. He's still worth $400 million. He ain't nowhere near down.
But that's crumbs. That's what I want to say to Tez. The point for saying this about him is he had 1.8, an evaluation of 1.8 billion. The spending power, the leverage that you have, okay, and he off crumbs, and too many times people that's still 400 million. That's not gold. That's crumbs. Why would you accept that when he had 1.8 and he could have climbed to more? He could have used that 1.8 evaluation and built his own infrastructure and actually owned his shit. Oh,
that's so funny though. And it's like, you know what I mean? I got to learn how to read. Apparently, okay, I'll learn how to read. And we're both haters. But here's the thing: the one thing we are, I don't know about haters, but the one thing that we are, he's trolling. Yeah. But I'm about to say the one thing we are though, we are two men who put their lives on the line for freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? So please, I love seeing this kind of stuff. Keep doing it because I know what I went through to make sure that you can wrap yourself up in that nice, comfy freedom blanket and go to sleep knowing that, you know what I mean, men like us are towing the line when we own the gates, making sure that them people don't get in here. You know what I mean? So, but that's funny though. Ain't nobody hating. Ain't nobody hating on Ye. He just ain't, you know what I mean? It's painful to watch how this shit go down. But it's a very, very important lesson. So the next Kanye that comes up will learn from that. You know what I mean? Let me get the right team around me. Let me not jack this off like that. But this was a great show, man. This was a great show. Shout out to everybody who was on the panel. Shout out to the chat. You know what I mean? Thanks for rocking with me. Y'all know who I am. I'm DL Saint. You can catch me on YouTube, DL Saint I Really Want to Know podcast. If you want to find me on Instagram, I Really Want to Know podcast, all one word. Type that in the search engine. It'll take you right to my spot. And come holler at me. Come holler at me because I'm going to keep coming over here rocking with y'all. You know what I mean? I'm all over the place. You come to my platform, you're going to hear a little bit of everything. I haven't done a Kanye show, but I'm going to have to now.
Here's the thing. New update. Kanye West showed up at Skechers headquarters unannounced just days after Adidas dropped him. Okay. West who has changed his name to Ye. Oh, no, here's a spokesman says Skechers is not considering and has no intention of working with West. We condemn his racist, divisive remarks and do not tolerate anti-Semitism or any other form of hate speech.
There it is right there, mic dropping. We got to go, man. Wrap it up, baby. Say what you got to say to get out of here.
He ain't got the police.
Is that it?
That's it. Thanks, everybody. See you next week. Later.
Peace.